What's up, everybody? Weston here with the Hidden Gibbon, and today, if I can remember to zoom in, there we are, zoom in, we have ourselves another Deck Tech video. And honestly, this might be one of the last of the Avatar ones. Done a whole bunch of them, so I'm going to try to mix it up a little bit more. But we have Ko, the Face Stealer. Ko's a creepy dude from Avatar. He stole the face of Avatar Karuk's wife. It's very spooky, right? But he is a spirit. He's not a nice guy. And what does he do in this game? Well, Ko, the Face Stealer, steals faces. He's a 6/6 for 4 generic, double black. And when he enters, exile up to one other target creature. When another non-token creature dies, you can exile it and pay 1 life. Choose a creature card exiled with Ko. And Ko has all activated and triggered abilities of the last chosen card. So it's a good way to eat hate on your opponent's creature recursion, and also a good way to get things going. However, there's not really a super interesting way to break him. He is mono black, so he might just be better in the 99 of different decks. But we're going to try him out as a commander today. So, who are our creatures? So we have creatures in here that are both going to help us, and that Ko can activate with, and then creatures to kill others. And now I want you to see something. Phage the Unplayable is getting played in this deck, friends, because if Phage dies, you're going to cast it from your hand and hope somebody doesn't mess with you. But if Phage dies, you can exile it with Ko, and then Ko gains Phage's ability, which is pretty neat. Which then, if Ko hits somebody, then they die. They lose. But we have a lot of sack creatures in here. We got our Cursed Marauder. We have our Plague Crafter, right? And then we have our activated and triggered abilities. We have Archfiend of Depravity, which is at the beginning of each opponent's end step. That player chooses up to 2 creatures he or she controls and sacrifices the rest. So that's a pretty fun one to do to help exile people's creatures. We have Dread Presence, which has trigger on Swamp Enter, draw a card, lose a life, or you can have it deal 2 damage to any target and you gain 2 life. You have Gwenum. Judy, one of many, from Bossing Say, the brainwashed little helpers. You can tap black tapper, surveil 1, create a token that's a copy of this creature, then sacrifice an artifact or creature, activate only as a sorcerer. Magus of the Coffers to add mana. We have Massacre Worm, Necrotic Ooze. We have a Nirkana Revenant, which is lets our swamps tap for double. Opposition Agent. Orcish Bowmasters. Shouldered and Shouldered. Sounds like a lawyer firm. Shouldered and Shouldered. Phyrexian Obliterator. Tree of Perdition. Twilight Prophet. Unstoppable Slasher, because he has some pretty fun effects. And then Vein Ripper. Whenever a creature dies, target opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. And again, if you exile this with your Ko, then Ko has this ability. Then we have lots of kill everything. We have Blasphemous Edict. We have Damnation. We have Bubbling Muck, which makes our swamps tap for double. We have Blood Money, so that way we can destroy all creatures. For each non-token creature destroyed this way, get a tap treasure token. We've got ourselves Day of the Black Sun from Avatar, which is each creature with mana value X or less loses all abilities until end of turn. Destroy those creatures. Exsanguinate, which is each opponent loses X life. You gain life equal to the life lost this way. Mutilate. All creatures get -1/-1 for each swamp you control. Torment of Hailfire. Toxic Deluge. For our instance, we do have Dark Ritual, Culling the Weak, Cabal. These are all in here because Ko does cost a lot of mana, and if he dies even once, it might be a little difficult to get him out there. That's also why we're playing all of those swamp doubling cards and adding extra mana cards. We have Deadly Dispute, Doomblade, Dismember, Defile, Deadly Rollick, Fell the Profane, Flare of Malice, Go for the Throat, Infernal Grasp, Murder, Overkill, Saw in Half, Withering Torment, Shoulder's Edict, all for kill spells. We have Imps Mischief, which is like a redirect effect, which was originally, I believe, from Time Spiral, if I recall correctly. It's been a long time since I've played this card. Then Sudden Spoiling, which I know is from Time Spiral, and this art goes hard, let me tell you. It has split second. Then we have artifacts. We have our Caged Sun, we have our Extraplanar Lens, our Gauntlet of Power. We do have the Soul Stone, so if you don't want to exile one of your creatures, you can potentially bring them back with the Soul Stone. We do have Swiftfoot Boots and Lightning Greaves to give our co-protection, because like I said, letting it die is sad. The One Ring, Jet Medallion, and Soul Ring are in here. We do have Black Market, so whenever a creature dies, you put a charge counter on it and get pre-combat main phase, you get black mana for each of that. Since you're going to be killing a lot of things, it will get a lot of counters, generating a lot of mana for some of your finishers like Exsanguinate and Torment of Hailfire. We also have the Meat Hook Massacre in here, but not the Meat Hook Massacre 2 Electric Boogaloo. We do have Cabal Coffers, Cabal Stronghold, and Phyrexian Tower in here, along with Vesuva and Thespian Stage, because these lands right here are not legendary, nor is Susur Secundi Void Altar. That is a fun fact for you for all of the planets, is that they are not legendary. And so if you want to play Vesuva or Thespian Stage, copying them, you are more than happy to do so. Just please note that you will still have to station those planets to get them to activate again. But that might not be too difficult, considering most of the cards in this deck that are creatures are pretty beefy and big bombs, right? 5/4. Ko himself is a 6/6. We have 6/5 Massacre, Worm 4, 5/6, 6, 5/5, right? Fun times had by all. Well, let me know if you think Ko can work. Again, I think he might be better in the 99 of some kind of Aristocrats kind of combo-y deck, or kill hate deck, but you let me know in the comments down below. And if you enjoy my deck techs, you feel free to give us a subscribe. You don't have to. It's just, you know, something fun that I like to do. You know, these deck techs are really, really fun. I like brewing, so I'm gonna get back to brewing a paper deck actually. So without further ado, I'm Weston with the Hidden Gibbon, and you all have a wonderful day.